Welcome back to Shadowrun Hong Kong. Alright, it's time to go crash us a party. Handsome Lee, huh? Oh, this is the guy that this junkie was talking about before. Alright, let's just talk to this guy real quick. Hopefully this doesn't take long, because I want to go crash that party. As much as I love these conversations, and I do, I've spent like 2 entire episodes just talking to people, so it's time to go get some action. It's muggy out, even for Hioi in monsoon season. You pause to mop your brow. Suddenly you feel eyes upon you. As you glance up, you meet the tranquil, searching gaze of a man half hidden in the shadows. He's wearing a crisp white tailored shirt. Shirt sleeves nearly rolled with a dark gray silk tie and smart black trousers. If he's sweating, you don't see it. The man tilts his head ever so slightly in greeting. A newcomer, welcome. He flashes you a brilliant smile, eyes glinting with bemusement. You can just barely detect a faint trace of an accent in his voice. Handsome Lee's the name, purveyor of enhanced sensory experiences. I can see that you've got some tales to tell. You mentioned you sold enhanced sensory experiences. Let's see what you got. Okay. Alright, so he's got some consumables. Nothing I want. You're not from around here, are you? His smile flickers briefly. He's got a decent poker face, but you can see that he's rattled. And, why do you ask? You still got an accent, Lee. It's barely there, but I can hear it. Ah, he fidgets uncomfortably. You're right, I'm not from Hioi. Recent transplant, or are you just passing through? Recent transplant. I split my time between Hioi and Aberdeen, though I'm mostly in the latter these days. I come here by way of Taiwan. That was my home until I was forced to flee during the Nationalist War. I hear you have a slight accent as well. Well, let me guess. Emphasis on the slight. The corner of his lips curls smugly. Seattle? Good guess. Redmond Barrens. Handsome Lee suddenly fixes you up with his gaze, sizing you up. His face is impassible. Nasty place. It toughened me up. I've nothing to be ashamed of. I know just what you mean. My own life experiences have left me ready for anything. But we can discuss this another time, yes? Let us now talk about business. I am a businessman after all. So how about it, friend? He opens his jacket, revealing a myriad of small bulging pockets sewn into the interior lining. Can I show you my wares? I ran into someone with a message for you. Handsome Lee beckons you closer with a languid gesture. I think I can guess. Stephen Dynamite? He coolly raises an eyebrow at you. Yeah, actually, that's right. And you're his dealer. He places his hand on his heart in mock indignation. I am the inventor of much acclaimed experimental pharmaceuticals. But why split hairs? Well, your little guinea pig is suffering. Claims that a drug you sold him has given him horrible visions. He pauses thoughtfully. Interesting. And what does he want from me? What do you think? He wants his Nuyen back. He straightens abruptly from his elegant slouch and juts his chin out. There's absolutely nothing wrong with my latest creation. It was painstakingly designed to elevate the senses and titillate the spirit. A smooth high that I have indulged in myself. Now, if the unfortunate Stephen happened to dilute my masterpiece with other, lesser substances, I can hardly be held responsible. His tone is a finality, is unmistakable. You can use all the flowery language you want. I'm not leaving here empty-handed. He stares at you for a long moment, then reaches into his breast pocket. With a deft motion, he pulls out a small packet and presents it to you. There is no money. Not anymore. I have expenses, just as I'm sure that you do. But here, give this to Stephen with my regards. What's in the package? A freebie. It's what our dealer, Stephen Dynamite, really wants, whether he'll admit it or not. Deliver him with my compliments. And this freebie of yours, is it supposed to cure his nightmares? The dealer regards you steadily. Of course not, but it'll bring relief. And if I'm not mistaken, that's what Stephen is itching for right now, correct? What good is this temporary fix anyhow? Why bother? Lee acknowledges you with a nod. It's a fair question. Stephen's problems won't be resolved overnight. My little gift simply lets him know that someone cares. His smile widens, and he tilts his head forward to you expectantly. The hell it does. It keeps him from getting clean. Lee shrugs dismissively. I seriously doubt that my withholding drugs from Stephen will do anything but hurt my pocketbook. He's not trying to kick his habit. He'd just go to another dealer. So why shouldn't I foster my relationship with the poor man? Anyway, he holds the packet out towards you and gives it a shake. Take this. Give it to him. It should help him, at least in the short term. Alright. I'll take him to him. Very good. Please let me know how it goes. Alright. Well, Handsome Lee's makes some good points, but, let's talk to Stephen Dynamite real quick here. Stephen Dynamite lolls on the sidewalk. While he jerks less as he moves, his skin has taken on a gray hue and his chest heaves with each labored breath. His sunken eyes swivel toward you. He wets his parched lips and addresses you. Hello, I'm relieved to see you. Thought you might not return. You can't trust anyone. This is a bad place. Hey Steve, I hate to say it, but you're not looking so hot. Fat tears begin to cascade down his dirty, ruined face. I don't want to sleep because of these nightmares. I'm ravenous, so ravenous, but food makes me ill. I've got the shakes real bad. I just want this to end. The junkie slumps in place. Furrowing his brow, he responds with difficulty. Anyway, thanks for talking to that little bastard for me. So you got my money? Well, he didn't have your money. He gave me this to pass off to you instead. The junkie's eyes light up at the sight of the packet from Handsome Lee. Oh. Maybe kicking the habit would be a better idea. It's practically ruined you, man. The man chuckles softly. It's purely circumstantial that I picked up drugs as my escape. I just seek out another dependency, so I might as well take Lee's free hit packet, please. That's bull, but you need to want to quit for yourself. The man joins his palms in a beseeching manner. I promise I'll start cutting back, starting tomorrow, really. The junkie's trembling hand shoots out, his fingers curling and uncurling. Nah, I don't have the strength to do this. I can make some money off of this, but I don't think it's going to help him. I'm just going to give him the drugs. Screw it. He eagerly snatches the packet of bliss from your hand, his eyes lighting up with excitement. Before you take that, I want to ask you about these dreams. He looks up at you, suddenly suspicious. You want to ask about the dreams? Why? Because I've been having bad dreams too. Maybe we can get to the bottom of them together. He stares you in the eye and his voice drops to a sharp whisper. These aren't like ordinary dreams. They're visions. They're so real. I put all kinds of substances in my body and I've never experienced anything like this. You were practically raving the last time we talked. Explain your dreams to me again clearly this time. He nods, though his tongue stumbles and stalls as he speaks. I'm walking through a series of the dark, narrow halls. It stinks to high ahead, and I run into more and more people as I move forward. The people are just jostling me, but I'm starving like I haven't eaten for days. I just want some food. So I press on. I start seeing children in the crowd. Children with terrible burns, disfigured faces. All these people are grabbing at me. He begins to tremble from head to foot and his eyes bulge. Then I see teeth all around me. I feel teeth on me. Bathed in sweat from the effort of speaking, he cradles his head in his arms. You must know that the drugs are making these nightmares worse, right? So why take so many of them? The junkie gives you a weary smile. Because I need them. I used to get my kicks from explosives. I love blowing up stuff, seeing glass splintering, solid walls disintegrating, flames licking the sky. Not anymore. Now I stick needles and pills. Were you a Shadowrunner? No, not so much. I was a bomb maker. I designed custom ordnance. It was a dream job. Plus, it was very lucrative. He rubs his thumb and forefinger together, then snaps. Megacorps couldn't get enough of the devices I invented. I was too high on my own ego to wonder what they were up to. What were the Megacorps doing then? They were fueling wars. They often managed to sell to both sides in conflicts all over the world. Casualties be damned. That's nothing new. War profiteering is as old as war itself. The junkie's face assumes an ashen hue, and the corners of his mouth pull downward. Yes, war. I thought my bombs were used in wars against militias, mercenaries, and armies, and I didn't think of them as people. But the weapons I developed got used against civilian targets. The man starts digging his rough fingernails into his palms so hard that tiny crescents of blood stain his palms. I'm from Guizhou. Sichuan has taken over much of the province, but pockets of resistance remain. These are big political struggles, actions removed from the lives of ordinary people. Yet the village where I grew up in Guizhou was annihilated. These were tobacco farmers, winemakers, peasants, not military. Tears leak from the man's eyes, tracing narrow lines down his filthy cheeks. I've recognized the distinctive patterns, the traces that were left behind. These were my bombs, used to shatter the landscape of my childhood. Why would Sichuan bother to bomb the village? To break the spirit of the people. It broke my mind. The junkie's shoulders heave and shake, and he passes a hand over his face. Now I just want to forget. The drugs help sometimes. Okay, Steve, I think I get what's going on here. I guess that I must be feeling guilty about the bombs, huh? All of the blood on my hands. I could feel it all the time. I just like bombs. I didn't want anyone to get hurt. He clutches his face, sobbing. How am I ever going to make this go away? How will I live with myself? The drugs help me forget, but he shakes his head, a look of utter hopelessness on his face. Well, you could start by helping some kids or stealing your bomb schematics back. Helping kids? Stealing my junkie sways mutely in place, gnawing on his chapped lower lip. I wouldn't know where to begin. Need time to think. Children are the future, man. Find a charitable organization and put in some hours for starters. The man lowers himself into a squat and hugs his knees, his gaze somewhat absent and his cheeks glazed with tears. There are a couple of shelters where I used to crash when I was less down and out than I am now. There were lots of families. I could help out. The man pauses, licking his lips, his mouth feeling for the right words. But in the end, I probably need to go home to Guizhou when I can bring myself to. I'll tell you what, I'll think about it, he nods eagerly. I'll think real hard. Thinking about it isn't going to be enough. You need to do something. Yeah, I will. His face fills up with something you hadn't seen before. Determination. I will. I promise. Well, I hope so. Hope it works out for you, Steve. Alright, let's go hit up this party. No more getting sidetracked. Let's bring the regular crew. I can actually afford some of these other folks, but I'm gonna roll with the crew. Exit stage left. You arrive at the eponymously named Repulse Bay, a gleaming hotel and apartment building on the shores of Repulse Bay, Hong Kong Island. Rolling storm clouds choke the sky, lending the structure a sinister appearance. As you push through the doors and into the building, a sudden break in the clouds reveals a sun that's gone red as blood. You make your way into a ground floor elevator. The attendant pays you no mind. As the car begins to climb, you hear the sounds of merriment drawing closer. As the doors slide open, you find Neville Moss' party in full swing. I still don't have enough spellcasting to use this. That's alright. Once I get some more karma, that's next on my list. Alright. But I can't get this to Gobbet. And that should do it. The elevator disgorges you onto the mezzanine with little fanfare. Off in the distance, you can hear the sounds of clinking glasses, carefree laughter, and silverware on china. I'm kind of out of my element here, Ruby. I'm not much of a party person. How do you want to handle this? Check the apartment first? My vote was party. Can we go to the party? We'll play it by ear. I don't know the scene any better than you do. She lets loose a wistful sigh. Alright, if you insist. Go on, lead away. We'll hit up the party too, Gobbet, but I wanna check out this apartment. Ooh. Look at that, a place to jack in. Why, this looks like your kind of thing. Can I close this door so I'm like less conspicuous? No? No one. Alright, do your thing. Wow, I only get system trace 30 in this one before I get attacked. System response level 2. Well, so far the battles in here have been super duper easy and I did get spotted, so. Alright, nothing to avoid in this part. Here we go. Alright. Trying to see if there are safe spots. Doesn't look like it. I'm gonna have to make a run for it, I think. Okay. This one looks like it just goes back and forth. Yep, just back and forth. Alright, this one is here. Here. And here. Alright, so this one does a figure 8 around this. This one looks like it probably goes all the way around the perimeter. Yep. Okay, so I'm thinking the best place would be to either go around one of the extreme ends. I can't go down the middle because I'll run into this. Alright. Crap, I already got spotted. Well, that was terrible. Why don't I just wipe this guy out real quick? There, that was easy. Alright, let me get into a safe spot. But I'm damn near traced. But that's one less thing to deal with. Okay, good. There we go. Now, quick. Alright, good. I think this is where I get to do another one of these mini games. I think I got it this time. Should give me plenty of time. Let's just do this part now. Okay. It's this one. This one. I think it's this one. Yep. Alright, sweet. Alright, search for information on Neville Ma. That's my first priority. Ma, Neville. Resident, penthouse apartment number 2. Expand query. Apartment door code 1635. Other records. Events. One event found. Yellow Springs Films private party, mezzanine level. Front desk indicates 6 unclaimed invitations. Download invitation? Yes. Good. Now I can attend the party without raising any alarms. So this is the same thing. What else we got? Planned hotel expansion. Accessing expansion plans. You download a series of files detailing expansion plans to the hotel's ground floor. These might be valuable to local construction firms. Alright, sweet. Some stuff to sell on the Shadowlands BBS. Maintenance logs. Accessing maintenance log. Reams of data flood the screen. Everything's organized by way of reference numbers. It's an incredibly obtuse and confusing system. Without knowing what number to search for, there's little of value to see here. Maybe I can come back here with a number later. Alright, now let's see if I can get out without getting spotted. Alright, so... perfect. Now... yes! So I have invitations. I can go in the party. Let's check this apartment first. Security guards, waiter, there's a guest. Door code is what, 1635? Well, I can look it up. The elevator dings softly and a bright, sophisticated elevator panel awaits your input. Take the elevator to the penthouse floor. And there's the panel I want to use. Well, what else is over here? That's just another elevator. Okay. So it's 1635, I think. Yep. Yeah, I could use my spellcasting, but I know the code, so it's kind of unnecessary. Alright, hopefully nobody's home. I prefer to avoid bloodshed. Why is it so cold in here? That's a good question. What do we have here? Rows and rows of finely tailored suits, custom shoes, and various accessories fill this room. Maybe Neville Ma likes his air conditioning. Refrigerator. The fridge is well stocked. There's enough food in here to feed a big party. The liquor cabinet is full of expensive wines and spirits. Several decanters sit atop, but one in particular catches your eye. A bottle of brilliantly bright red wine. Oh, is this going to be blood? Is he a vampire? You take a gulp and quickly gag. The wine's strangely warm, given the temperature of the room, and disgustingly salty. What's wrong with you, man? Do you usually dip into people's wine collections while illegally searching their houses? But look at that color. It's begging to be drunk. I don't give a damn how it looks. We break into an apartment and you dribble your DNA all over the booze locker. Duncan pulls an alcohol swab from his belt pouch and wipes off the mouth of the decanter, mumbling angrily to himself. He shakes his head. I swear, Rubik, it's like you're allergic to common sense. I don't suppose I can go through this door. Doesn't look like it. The opposite side of the living room is dominated by a massive security door. It's much heavier than the exterior apartment door and looks like a recent addition. The wall has clearly been reinforced to support it. A series of top-of-the-line commercial-grade mag locks hold the doors sealed. It'd be easier to tunnel through the wall than it would be to break them open. A cursory glance at the door frame reveals no sign of a keypad or a jack point, but you do see what appears to be an RFID reader. A 16-digit number has been stenciled onto the side of the reader in red ink. This didn't come with the apartment. Why fortify an interior door like this? Probably to keep up appearances. Can you imagine how people would talk if he installed this in the hallway? Well, one thing is certain. We aren't getting through there without a key. Most likely that means that we'll have to get one from Ma, or from one of his people. We're going to the party, aren't we? I mean, that is the next logical step. Tell me we're going to the party. Looks that way. Saddle up, we got a party to attend. Did it tell me what digits were scrawled on there? No, doesn't look like it. Okay. I don't think there's anything else for me to do up here. A solemn-looking troll stands on the periphery of the kitchen. He turns to you, shoulders slung forward and sighs. No restaurant service tonight. The kitchen staff's too busy with the party to serve anyone. Wish I could get onto that balcony. He sniffs the air wistfully. All that delicious food. See? This guy knows what's up. Why can't you get in? Guests only. The guy throwing it seems connected to the trade industry. There are tons of actors in there. Some of them from Promises and Moonlight, he fiddles shyly. You know the show, right? Of course. Can't wait for the new season. His eyes widen excitedly. Me too. That twist with Lady Chong in the last episode? What a cliffhanger. I couldn't believe it. Me neither. Good luck with the kitchen, buddy. Today's special. Buddha's Delight. Is it waiter? The ragged waiter manages to straighten up as you approach. Good evening, sir. Welcome to the veranda at the Repose Bay. How may I be of service? I had some questions about Neville Ma. Heard of him? His expression clouds. Certainly. Everyone knows Mr. Ma. Yeah? What kind of guy is he? Between you and me, he's difficult. We're just putting it lightly. Man runs the staff ragged. He jerks his thumb in the direction of the veranda. That's his party out there. Richies like him love to display their wealth. Sounds like you have some stories. He lowers his voice. Like you wouldn't believe. He once made a handful of us walk all the way to the Shack O to fetch dumplings for his guests. It was pouring out, the winds blowing around 50 kilometers per hour, practically a death march in that weather. Why didn't the kitchen here make Ma some dumplings? Ma said that the kitchen's dumplings weren't good enough, called them peasant food in front of all his guests. Chef Kang was furious, of course, but since Ma's rich, hotel management told us to give him whatever he wanted. By the time we got back from Sheko, the dumplings were cold. The party was over and Ma had retired to a suite with a pair of starlets. We had to pay for those dumplings out of our own damn pockets. A couple days later, Kevin came down with pneumonia from the trip. Lost his job over it. And that's just one of our experience with him. Needless to say, no one here is a fan of the man. But we're paid to serve the tenants here, so that's what we do. He shrugs. It's a living. There's a heavy security door in Neville Ma's apartment. You know anything about that? The waiter opens his mouth to reply, then pauses. Just how do you know about that? When were you in Ma's apartment? A few days ago. I left something in there and I need to get it back. We don't want to cause a scene. We could go bother Ma, but that would look as bad for you as it does for us. He lowers his voice. Tell you what. Try talking to Chef Kang in the kitchen. He's got keys to just about every door in the place. On VIP requests, he's expected to personally deliver the meal. It's a status thing. Compliments of the chef or whatever. Poor guy spends as much time delivering food as he does cooking it. Alright. Worth a try. You look exhausted. Why don't you take a break? Not yet. I can't afford to miss any tips, he sighs. I went to Macau last week and it wiped me out. Bad luck with the horses, you know. I'm in a pretty lucrative trade myself. Care to make a deal? The waiter stares at you suspicious, but his desperation gets the better of him. I'm listening. Oh, I don't need the access to the... I've got access to the apartment. I just need to get past the door. So, no. I don't need to bribe him for information. I got the information. That information, anyway. Alright, let's talk to the cook. The chef looks up from his pot of boiling water. Red-faced and sweating, a name tag is pinned to his lapel. Chef Victor Kang. Thought I told him to send in the waiter. Who the hell are you? I'm gonna be straight. I need to get past Neville Ma's security door. Yeah, I could do that. And I could also lose my job for it. Even go to jail. Sounds like a real winner of a proposition to me. He strains a vat of boiled fish through a sieve. Got work to do, stranger. Door is that away. I don't understand how Ma can get away with ragging on your cuisine. I mean, you fed his whole party. You deserve better, man. His expression hardens. Yeah, cost me a raise and a whole lot of face. I bet the bastard didn't lose a wink of sleep over it either. With single motion, the chef lops up a fish's head. Apologies, I want to take a sip of my beverage. I know a thing or two that'll have Ma churning in his silk pajamas. Consider your key fob to the means to an end. Yeah, gladly. He grabs a plastic tap from his apron pocket and tosses it to you. Ruin him, will ya? Or at the very least, ruin his day. I'll consider it a bonus if you wreck his anemic girlfriend and giddy starlet's days too. Wait. Neville's got himself a woman? Is it serious? What's her name? He snaps his fingers irritably. Ku Fang, that's it. She's the rich wench who paid for my hospital stay. Skinny anemic thing. Never eats. All she ever orders is cheap red wine. First I thought it was a fling, but now I'm not so sure. Maybe you can split them up. I'd thank you for it. I don't suppose she takes her wine warmed and salted. I've heard rumors. His eyes narrow. A warm, salty wine? What a disaster. No, she just orders wine. Plain old wine. Wouldn't stop her from slipping in her own seasonings, though. Ah, right. Thanks for your help, Chef. No, thank you. No, thank you, really. Alright. I'm gonna go to the party eventually, but on the off chance that something bad happens at the party and I need to make a quick exit, I want to go check this penthouse out first. Hopefully nothing bad happens that requires me to make a quick exit here. Hopefully everyone's at the party and there's no one behind this door. As you approach the door, a light set in your key fob goes from red to green. There's a loud series of thunks and the door slides open. A blast of frigid air floods into the room from the other side. The cyber terminal. There's another locked door. Hopefully I can get it open with this terminal. An expensive consumer-grade computer terminal awaits your input. The display background is set to a screen capture from Promises in Moonlight. Penelope Wong's radiant face beams at you from the corner of the screen. This must be Ma's personal terminal, he smiles. Can't think of a better place to dig for dirt on the man. A few keystrokes is all it takes to get into the computer's file structure. With the high-tech security door in his apartment, it seems Ma never bothered to encrypt his machine. An options menu appears on the screen. You read through Ma's email, most of it's spam and boring business arrangements, but one detail stands out. Neville Ma is frequently emailing a woman named Ku Fang. They seem close, exchanging a lot of thinly veiled flirtation. It appears that Neville has been lavishing Ku Feng with money and affection. Expensive gifts, red checks, miserable attempts at poetry seem to that her every need is met. Neville's financial records are astoundingly boring, aside from two major things. He spent next to nothing on his hospital bills, where it appears he only stayed for 3 days, and he's spending a lot of money on a woman named Ku Feng. Jewelry, bills, clothes, and such. With a push of a button, you unlock the office door from the other side of the room. An ominous thunk reverberates throughout the cold steel apartment. Oh boy. Is she a ghoul, a vampire? What is going on in this place? Without warning, a frigid wind blows through the apartment. The chill cuts through your clothing, raising gooseflesh all over your body. Where is that coming from? There's another blast of cold, and a pale and imposing woman materializes out of thin air. A throng of blank-faced men and women materialize alongside her. Oh, she is so a vampire. Ah, the little dog who's been sniffing around Neville Ma's affairs. Her voice is imperious, arrogant. Ku Feng, I presume. She nods. Just so. My servants have been watching you since you arrived. I suspect that you are an evil man, and that you are here to do harm to Neville, and so I came to stop you. You focus your vision on the astral plane and expand your senses to take in the woman's aura. Black shadows color her essence, the kind of markings often found in the auras of terminal cancer patients and vampires. Hang on a second. Are you a vampire? Very astute. She grins at you, displaying a set of sharp-looking teeth. And what do you intend to do to me now that we've had this revelation? Oh, hey, wait. I've heard stories about Chinese vampires before. Aren't you supposed to, hop? Her expression darkens. I am far too dignified to hop. Peasants hop. Animals hop. I stride. No more foolish questions. I am Ku Feng and I will tolerate no disrespect. Sorry, I couldn't help it. I had to do the joke. She folds her arms across her chest. I suspect you are... Okay, same thing she said before. I couldn't be less interested in hurting Neville, lady. I'm just here to finish a job. If that is true, then it is a shame. You have seen my face and you know what I am. Naturally, I cannot allow you to leave, and you can't afford to fight me here. for fear of police involvement. She lifts her chin imperiously. Perhaps we can settle this in a more civilized manner. Face off in a neutral location. Will you accept my challenge? Okay. I'll take that. Honestly, I would have walked away and forgotten all about you if you know, whatever. You're vampire, you do your vampire things. As long as you ain't vampiring up my friends, you know, you do your thing. But okay, if you really want to duel at midnight, that works. Very well. She steeples her fingers. As for the terms, if I win, you willingly submit to my influence. You become my pawn. And if you win, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. She nods, grinning. Wait 15 minutes for the sun to go down, then come to the roof. We'll settle this there, like gentlemen and ladies. Oh, this goes immediately to it. Okay. The sun dips below the horizon. Mist coalesces, coating the rooftops in dew. Ku Feng and her cohorts appear. Oh, she's gone into full vampire mode. Are you prepared to become my servant, Orc? You must not resist, or I'll be forced to kill you. Should it come to that, I'll endeavor to make it swift and painless, but no promises. I'm ready if you are. This will be entertaining. Kill him. All right. Oh, that is such a juicy spot for a mana ball, but it will leave me precariously exposed. But man, I can't pass that up. Got a 70% chance too. I gotta do it. And I missed. At least I got 2 of them. Alright. Dunk him here. Only 65%. I know he's in cover, but he's right there. I'd rather not kill her civilians. If I could just kill Ku Feng, but she's so far away. Alright, let's get Gobbet over here in cover. Is there anywhere for her? Oh, yes. She could summon a spirit there. But she'll have to move up. It's probably worth it, though. Nice. See, I think if I can take her out, maybe she'll lose her influence. So these other will return to being normal. Be nice to do that. Well, this is already in cover. Can't shoot. Oh, I can. 43%. That's not very good. Ah, it worked. Nice. Wow, she's tough. Missed on the second one. Oh, good, she's coming closer. And she's attacking my spirit. Perfect. I'm gonna try taking her out without killing anybody else. If it's at all possible, that would be great. Whoa, she's healing because she's on the ley lines. Son of a... Hold on, I'm gonna... You know what? Let me get on the ley lines myself. The dragon lines. Be like, now what's up? Yeah, heavy dragon line. Now what's up, lady? Let's let the spirit do its thing. Increases friendly target AP. That sounds like a good idea. Let's do that for Gobbet so she can get into cover somewhere. And fire twice. Nice. Good damage. Well, she's hurt. If I can take her out, only 44%. Let's move Gobbet up right here. 2 attacks, only 56%. Is this up? Wow, missed everything. Nice! Kufang's calm and haughty demeanor dissolves as her eyes grow wide. And I didn't kill anyone. Wait, I surrender. Don't kill me. What's wrong? Not feeling so powerful now? She clasps her hands, pleading. The whole Mistress of the Night thing is just an act. I'm just an accountant that got infected. I don't really know how to fight. I was faking it. I just wanted to scare you into backing down. Well, look how that turned out. Yeah, I know. I blew it. I knew that this duel was a bad idea the moment I agreed to it, but I couldn't back down in front of my pawns. It would have been humiliating. She looks away. Like I said, I'm just an accountant. I never went to vampire school. What I did do was get drunk on a business trip, black out, and wake up in an alley like this. So you, what, decided to embrace the whole vampire thing? What choice did I have? I couldn't go back to work, and it was a dead-end job anyway. No upward mobility, no room for growth. I did what anyone would have done. I tried to make the best of it, to capitalize on my new abilities. I'm a vampire now. I can't control that, but I can control how I choose to monetize it. So what's your end game? How did you see this working out? Beats me. It's not like I have a rule book for this or anything. I'm just making this up as I go along. Who knows? Maybe I could eventually become the vampire queen of Repulse Bay. Oh, I suppose I can't fault your ambition. Thanks, I mean that, but it's never going to happen. I'm not any good at this. I know that now. She looks away in shade. Her voice goes flat. I don't even know what I'm going to do with myself now. If I ever find out, I'll get killed for the bounty money. This was my only real shot, and I blew it. How did you manage to survive? I've been hiding out in Kowloon. I was hoping to just disappear. As far as my friends and family know, I'm missing. Maybe dead. Her chest hitches. She looks miserable. I think that's for the best. I mean, how could I explain what I've become? Can you imagine how ashamed my family would be that I found out that I'd become this monster? No, it's better that they think I'm dead. So, can we call a truce or something? I scratch your back, you let me live? She clasps her hands, pleading. What do you say? Yeah. I mean, I didn't really want to kill you before, so yeah, we could work something out. I think we can work something out. Conditionally. She nods eagerly. Yes, anything. Just tell me what you need. First up, I want some answers. I'll tell you whatever you want to know. You ask the questions and I'll answer. No lying, I promise. How are you and Neville Ma connected? I happen to be in the same hospital that he was, trolling for me. I don't like to drink blood from unwilling people, so I go to hospitals at night looking for people who won't mind if I take a sip. People in comas, patients with terminal illnesses, that kind of thing. It makes me feel better about what I have to do. So I wandered into this room and I recognized Neville Ma. I'd seen him on the news, seen photos of the accident. He was in really bad shape, a lot of broken bones and internal injuries, but somehow he was still conscious. What then? Well, I knew that if I gave uninfected people my blood, they'd be able to heal like I did, just not as fast. I figured that out early and by mistake, but it can come in handy from time to time. So when I saw Neville was conscious, I decided to make my grand appearance. I materialized in the room and told him that I'd make him a trade. I'd fix him up, good as you, but he'd owe me some favors for it. I wasn't specific as to how many favors or what kind. He agreed. Actually, he leapt at the chance to become my pawn. I guess that when you're all broken up like that, you'll do just about anything to get better. The deal was done and we got along. I think he's charming. He thinks I'm funny, and he doesn't care that I'm a vampire. He told me that he gives me nice things because he likes me, not because he owes me his life. It's all very sweet. Is there a cure? I wish, but no. The only cure is being tossed in a bonfire or having your head cut off. And almost every nation in the world will pay a bounty for a dead vampire. It's not like I had much of a choice, you know. Be a vampire or get killed for some quick cash. It's a pretty raw deal for me either way. So, what's it like to be a vampire? Not the same as being a person. The human, metahuman, vampiric virus is like any other disease, except instead of coughing, I can't go out during the day. It's not all bad though. I can turn into mist, and I'm a lot stronger than I used to be. I still have to wash my hair and pay for parking. You know what I miss the most? Steamed buns. I can't eat or drink anything except blood. And I loved street food before I got infected. Sometimes I'll walk by food cars just to smell the things they're frying up. But if I buy something, 10 minutes later, it's all coming back up in a mess. I've decided what's going to happen. Okay, she exhales heavily. What's it going to be? You're going to get Neville to fire Penelope Wong. Wait. Oh, this was about that stupid soap opera? I take the jobs that pay, lady. I can't believe it. All the idiotic reasons to blow my cover. Fine. I'll make Neville get rid of her. You're sure you can convince him? Neville can't say no to me. I mean that quite literally. He'll do it, no question. And what about Neville and I? I don't care who Neville Ma associates with. Thank you. He knows what I am and he doesn't care because I saved his life. I won't trouble you again. See, we could have avoided this whole firefight if you just let me talk to you. That's all I wanted, lady. That's all I wanted. That's all I wanted. There was no need for killing. See, everyone lived. Pawns are alive. You're alive. We could have done this with a few less bullets. But hey, in the end, it all turned out alright. You can go back to vampiring up Neville Ma. Penelope Wong gets fired. I go down, enjoy myself at the party a little more, maybe see if I could dig up a little more dirt. Everybody wins. So really, I got incriminating evidence. I got everything. The only thing left for me to do is go to the party just for ha-has. And why not? I mean, Gabba will be really pissed off if I don't go to the party and, you know, live it up a little. The security guard stands in front of the patio, a bored expression on his face. He looks up and down as you approach. Private party, pal. Invitation only. Huh, I could have gotten in without an invitation because I have enough charisma, but no, I have invitation. There you go. He takes the invitation and scrutinizes it. He then looks at you, reluctance plain on his face. Enjoyed the party, sir. Aw, he really wanted to kick me out. Hey, I get karma for that. Sweet. Hey, there's Penelope Wong. There's Neville Ma. Let's talk to Penelope. Oh, who's this? Producer, huh? Let's talk to him first. The party-goer raises an eyebrow at your approach. They're serving century-old Cabernet like punch here. It's hard to believe considering how much a single bottle costs. But it's even harder to believe Mr. Ma is hosting this party, and so soon after his accident. Still fuzzy on the details. What happened? The man's a machine, he smirks, amused by himself. Not literally, but he might as well be the way he sprang back after being T-boned at 140 clicks an hour. Jesus, how's he even standing? I don't know, but here he is, alive and kicking, or dining, regaling, what have you. If you ask me, it's all that positive key the fans have stirred up. I heard there were entire message boards praying for him and making offerings at temples. The Matrix is nuts for promises and moonlight. If Ma hadn't negotiated a second season, his fans would just as easily have turned on him. No way. The internet can't send you key, much less fix a broken body. Call it key or luck or whatever you want. Ma's here, so he must be doing something right. I know what he did right. He happened to stumble upon the vampire. All I know for sure is that I'm glad he's back in business and serving us bucket full of Cabernet. He catches sight of someone across the room and waves. Lisa, over here, gives you a curt nod. Nice talking to you. The glamorous starlet flashes you a standard celebrity smile, lovely but emotionless. Good evening, Penelope Wong, but please, call me Penny. Pleased to meet you, Penny. Name's Argyle. She lifts her drink and takes a tentative sip. What brings you to our little soiree, Mr. Argyle? I don't believe I've seen you around the studio before. It's a friend of a friend sort of situation. He asked me to check in on Neville. Seems he's recovered quickly considering the accident. A smile lights up her face. Oh, it was absolutely miraculous. I must admit, I nearly died of fright when I heard what happened. But to look at Neville now, you'd never guess he'd been hurt. It's just miraculous. I'll keep a secret if you will. It's a shame the rumor mill caught wind though. There are rumors? She blinks. I haven't heard any rumors. Just jealous babbling. You know the kind. But he's embezzling from the studio to pay for the treatment, etc. Her face reddens. That's ridiculous. The studio's doing better than ever. We're even expanding. No money lost there. I wouldn't put any stock in the Matrix rumors, especially the ones about new investment partners. Someone new? For a moment she's lost her thought. Face twist and concentration. No, I don't think so, but Neville did make some new friends while he was in Guangzhou. Go on. There was a woman, can't remember her name, who now visits Neville regularly. I fear she's quite the fashionista. Well, a powerful man like him must make a lot of friends. Penelope shrugs. They seem to get on well. I'm a little sad he's never introduced us though. She's supposed to make an appearance tonight. I'm very much looking forward to meeting her. Penelope's gaze drifts over your shoulder for a moment, and she smiles at someone behind you. Oh, please excuse me. That's Mr. Yao, and I promised him I'd say hello tonight. Enjoy the party. Thank you, Penny. It was a pleasure. Alright, well, we can't leave without saying hello to Mr. Neville Ma. Not gonna threaten him or even tell him about anything. Not directly, anyway. Neville Ma is dressed in an immaculate suit, surveying his party from the edge of the balcony. As you approach, he inclines his head respectfully. Good evening, Mr. I'm sorry, I don't believe we've been formally introduced. He straightens his wristwatch. I'm Neville Ma, owner of Yellow Spring Studios. Pleasure's all mine, Mr. Ma. Thanks for hosting this party. You're very welcome. It's important to show the industry and the press that Promises in Moonlight is doing well and that we're still a local operation. I hope that you're enjoying yourself. Focusing your senses, you concentrate on Ma's aura. Your third eye slides open, unveiling the hidden reality of the astral plane. The walls of the veranda balcony go gray and cold, and Neville Ma explodes into scintillating light. Judging by the state of his aura, Ma appears to be in good health. His essence is slightly frayed, the sort of damage you'd associate with a standard data jet. Otherwise, he appears to be more or less intact. You do, however, detect a faint tinge of discoloration on the periphery of his aura. A chronic illness might darken an aura in this way, but you've never seen anything quite like this before. Having seen what there is to see, your third eye slides shut. If Ma is aware that you've assessed him, he doesn't show it. I heard about your accident. How did it happen? He sighs. It seemed as though that's all anyone wants to hear about these days. To be honest, I'm getting rather tired of repeating the story. Suffice to say, a delivery truck, a drone, experienced a glitch and ran a red light. If it hadn't hit me, it would have hit someone else. Did the police discover anything unusual? Not really. Apparently the latest software update to the truck had gotten corrupted, but that's all they found. It was shocking to discover that the delivery company missed the glitch, but I suppose that it's a mistake anyone could have made. It's certainly not enough to point to any one person. You were discharged from the hospital pretty quickly after your accident. Your treatment must have been very expensive. Not especially. Guangzhou's hospitals are top tier. Confidentially, my rapid recovery mostly came down to luck. The accident could have been a lot worse than it was. I owe Eurocar a lot of thanks for their safety feature. Alright, I'm not going to mention that I know Fu Fang. My pleasure. Please enjoy the party. I mean, I fulfilled all the... everything. Let's just get out of here then. No one died, no one's the wiser, and I'm out of here. Can I give this guy back his key fob? Can't. Talk to the waiter again. That's just to talk about the guard. Alright, I'm out. The clink of glasses and sound of Neville Ma's party fades into the distance as you leave the Repulse Bay. As the MTR carries you towards Hoi, the mountains of Hong Kong Island roll by as looming masses, obscured by rain and storm clouds. Penelope Wong has been fired from Promises in Moonlight, and Ma will be at a serious disadvantage without her. The whims of Trid viewers shift as readily as the tide, and without the starlet's presence, Promises in Moonlight will undoubtedly lose ratings. However, with Ku Fang at his side, Neville Ma may be able to thwart any of Dr. Shenyang's attempt to undermine his other businesses. I don't really care if Dr. Shenyang succeeds. I just fulfilled my end of the bargain. That's good enough right there. Alright, and the game just auto-saved. We'll get our payments and we'll continue on. Maybe do another run next time.